gotten fixed costs under control. There's price discipline in the market. We're not chasing after market share by sacrificing profit or prices that people who like our product would pay. So, and probably the most important thing is that fixed costs have been reduced. And, which used to be actually even a reason to cut prices, so we could get at least some sales to contribute to those fixed costs. And that, with the rationalization of capacity and employment in our industry, we don't have that problem anymore. The costs are much more flexible. So that's a major improvement for all three automakers in Detroit. It's essentially making long-term commitments like we have to our labor force, over time that look like they're only 3 or 4 years in a contract, but really with 30, 40-year commitments to very, very large costs that the companies could not support, primarily due to inflation, let's say in health or loss of market share. But these were long-term commitments that actually helped drive the companies under when times became, when the cycle finally hit. Now costs are much more flexible. In good times, everybody benefits. In bad times, everybody has to give up a little bit, which maintains the competitiveness of the company, its survivability. We've had a bad time in the past, basically trying to force feed the customer, designs long past having enough evidence that they didn't really want this product. Now, really, we're producing the finest line of passenger cars, especially passenger cars, in the last 35 years in Detroit, because we are finally taking them very seriously and giving them the technology from Europe they really do want to buy. Wiser marketing and product planning is in place today than there was even 5 years ago. And we have a much bigger tool a toolkit to work on the market with. And we are re-engineering the product faster. Chrysler refreshed its cars almost within a year, and now a whole raft of absolutely brand new cars within another year or so, and that's lightning speed compared to the past. I don't think the auto industry is a particularly profitable industry compared to many other industries in the world and large corporations. We know the energy people make massive amounts of profits. Pharmaceuticals make very high margins. Telecommunications and personal computer firms like Apple now are setting world records, as well as internet firms like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, so on and so forth. But even a more traditional firm like General Electric earns over $20 billion a year and beats the average margin we see for the very best auto companies like Toyota and Volkswagen. Considering what we have to do to compete with each other and expand this market by 200%, put 2 billion more vehicles on the road in the next 20 years, and also meet the demands of 100 governments of what they want the car to be and act and perform like, we aren't making enough money. Okay, not even close. I mean, the very best auto firms in the world only make a 6% margin. And you take the top automotive firms in the Global 500 and put them together, they won't earn as much as Apple this year. Now, I know Apple's off the wall, but we do a lot more than make a small square to fit in your hand and lights up overnight. I mean, we really have a lot of engineering, a lot of work to do, and a lot of people to put on wheels, and need to make that profit.